Okay, strap in everyone, because today we are diving deep into the world where AI and neuroscience are starting to seriously overlap.
Yeah, it's pretty wild stuff, actually. I mean, the research that you sent me on this is,
It's really impressive, right?
yeah, it feels like we're peeking into the future of, how we understand our own brains.
Like what even IS intelligence? Is
Yeah.
it something that we can replicate? Is it something that we can understand by building these artificial systems? And are we going to get to the point where we don't know the
Yeah,
difference?
and like, how do we even begin to like disentangle that right now?
Exactly. So you've obviously been digging deep into this research. What's like the biggest takeaway? What is the one thing someone listening to this absolutely cannot miss?
I think the biggest thing, this is probably not new to people who are, interested in AI, but I think the biggest takeaway is that it's moved beyond just AI mimicking how we do things
Oh,
into AI kind of starting to process information in ways that resemble the human brain.
okay. I see where you're going with this.
And what that's allowing for is things like, you know, AI diagnosing diseases with, human level accuracy,
Oh, wow.
or, even composing music that evokes real emotions. Um,
So you're telling me that AI is starting to understand the world more like a human would rather than just doing calculations.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's like moving beyond just crunching numbers and actually understanding meaning, context.
Wow.
And I think one of the best examples of this is work that's being done at KAIST, which is the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're doing some really cutting edge stuff.
Yeah, it's okay.
And they've developed this model called MoAI, and this is what I was talking about, where, it's going beyond just recognizing objects in an
Oh.
image. So like most AI, if you showed a picture of a messy room, it'll be like chair, table, clothes on the floor.
Right?
But this MoAI model is able to kind of understand the concept of like, this room needs cleaning. It's using that visual data
Hmm.
to actually grasp context and meaning in a way that's more similar to how humans do.
So it's like AI is developing its own common sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's wild.
And it goes even further, right? Because
Okay.
we're also seeing this in how AI is learning language, especially these large language models.
Right.
And the idea here is that they're learning it more in a way that mirrors how children pick up language.
Oh, interesting. So instead of just being given all the rules and all the data, it's actually kind of figuring it out.
Yeah, it's like almost like it's, listening to its parents speak or listening to, people talking around it
Oh, that's so interesting.
and picking up on patterns and nuances and, grammar.
Wow.
So it's a really fascinating way of thinking about how AI is developing.
So, okay, for our listener who, maybe isn't, totally up on all of this, what does this mean for them? What does this mean for the average person?
Right. Well, I think it points to a future where AI isn't just this tool,
Yeah.
It's not just like, your calculator, your spreadsheet. It's more like a collaborator, right?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It's something that understands our world
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
understands how we communicate on a much deeper level.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think that has just enormous potential in so many different fields, like, healthcare, education, even like creative fields like art and music. I mean,
Yeah, this is going to change everything.
it really does feel like we're at this point where, the line between like what's human and what's machine is becoming increasingly blurred.
Yeah, and the ethics of all this too, that's a whole other.
Absolutely. And I think that's a conversation that we definitely need to be having more and more as this technology continues to develop.
But for today, I mean, this has been it's really mind-blowing to think how far we've come from just these like very rudimentary algorithms to AI that is starting to process information like we do. Like that is wild.
It really is incredible. And I think, it raises more questions than answers in a lot of ways. But it's such an exciting field to be following right now.
So for everyone listening, we want to know what you think. Hit us up on social media, let us know your thoughts, and we will see you in the next deep dive.
Until next time.